What's up, everybody? Welcome to the House of Mario, episode 27. I'm your host, Drew Agnew, and joining me, as always, is my lovely co-host, Bryce DeWitt. Yay! Now, Bryce, last week we talked a lot about the DS, about the different iterations of hardware, and we touched over a couple of games, like the couple of Zelda games, the Pokemon series, and a few other games. But we at the end of last week's podcast, we're like, there's so many games we want to talk about on this system.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to do another episode all about the DS.
Yep. Just to talk about the games, mainly.
Yeah. Well, that's what it's going to be. Just a big game blowout, as one would say.
Yeah, sure.
Over a beer. I'm thirsty.
yeah. It's lazy Sunday, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, until I got to go to work this afternoon, but we'll work from there.
Yeah. What should we start off with?
All right. Well, we have a big pile of games in front of us. A massive pile, one would say. This is all personally from Drew's collection. It's how many? 40?
Yeah, it's 40 something. I can't remember.
40 something games.
It might be more now. I can't remember the last time I counted.
a lot of them treasures. Some of them absolute garbage. But
I got the garbage ones just to be funny though.
Yeah.
We'll start with that. What's Russell Grant's Astrology? Number one game to start with.
If anybody who's listening hasn't ever heard of Russell Grant's Astrology, please Google it.
You need to see the box art for it to
it's
make
box
sense.
Art. Yeah,
it's the box art. Why it's funny.
Yeah, so go into images, type Russell Grant's Astrology, and then look at the box art, and then you'll understand.
Because the actual game is pretty much just like a free app you would expect on an iPhone, which is just check your horoscope for the day. That's all it is.
Yeah. Yep.
But the box art, it's got a picture of Russell Grant, who is apparently an astrologist. Never heard of him before this game. And it's just got a really goofy, dumb look on his face.
Yeah.
And if you guys are from the Aussie Nintendo group back years ago when we were part of it, which is a very small niche group of people, but
yep,
that was pretty much like the in meme.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
That was even before memes. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Was it?
I don't know. Memes have been around for a long time.
Oh yes.
Just in very smaller form. They used to just be cats.
Yeah.
They're no longer just cats. But no. That this game in quotations.
Yeah.
Was shovelware at its finest. You could find it just about anywhere in a bargain bin for a stupid price.
I got it for, I can't even remember, but under $5.
See, the thing is at the time, I'd first laid my eyes on it outside of Drew's collection.
Yeah,
I found about 10.
Really?
10 in one
place.
place.
Oh yeah, you said that. Yeah, you said you should have bought the whole thing.
I should have bought the whole thing. In a chicken feed in Tasmania, there was about 10 of them. I was considering buying all of them and just wrapping them up as a stack. I'm like, I got you something from Tasmania, and it was just going to be 10 copies of Russell Grant's Astrology because they were $2 each.
I would have put them all together and framed them.
They were $2 each. It was so silly. I'm like, why does this sell? I mean, why do you even have stock of it? I suppose if it's in a chicken feed, it's not selling well, but still.
I'm surprised they even had DS games, to be fair.
Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, we'll move on from that. That's just that's not
a silly opener.
That's no one's favourite DS game.
Well, no, it's fucking. I don't even think anybody.
Except for Lance, might be his. He's always posting about it.
He loves Russell Grant.
We'll move on to Animal Crossing Wild World. This was my first Animal Crossing game, and this sucked me in. I played it all the time. I don't think it's the best Animal Crossing. I think the 3DS one was better in the end, but I definitely had more fun with the DS game.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, the 3DS one has a lot of improvements and general visual niceties and all that kind of stuff.
A bit more to do in it too, I think.
Maybe, yeah, but
Get a muck around with being a mayor. Which I never actually did any of the mayor stuff.
No, neither.
Yeah.
No. For the entire time I played that game, I never even bothered with the mayor stuff. It's just, I don't know, the thing with Animal Crossing was, I mean, there's more stuff in the 3DS version, but I think it's the simplicity that was fine in Wild World. I guess I was plenty happy with the simplicity in Wild World and just having it as it was.
In saying that though, just like from the GameCube version to this, there was like no changes really. Like it's still very.
Well, yeah.
It's good that they actually did change. Actually, not so much the GameCube version, but to the Wii version, it's very similar. Apart from you could go to that city part and City Folk.
Yeah.
But
that's a fault on City Folk's part though, because obviously that was after this. But
yeah, because I bought this. I had no idea what it was when I was young. I went in, bought it, and it was just colourful, so I bought it.
Yeah, and it just sucked you in.
One of those games, and yeah, just played it for ages and ages, and went fishing all the time. And Olivia, my friend at school, she had it as well, and we're running around each other's town.
It was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
It's so strange, Animal Crossing. Like, it's a game about life and death.
Yeah.
But like, it still turns out the same way. But somehow manages to get people sucked into it. Like, my partner doesn't play a hell of a ton of video games. She enjoys video games, but on the occasion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's got her own niches that she likes, whether it be Devil May Cry, Dynasty Warriors, or she plays some League of Legends every now and then or whatever. And the last thing I'd expect her to be into is Animal Crossing. I got her into it via the 3DS version.
Oh, did you? Did she play it this year?
Yeah, she did. Oh. She had her own character in my town.
That's awesome.
And we just, I did not get my 3DS back for a good couple of weeks there for one point because she was just playing it constantly. But I was the same way with this one, except I could never get my hands on a copy. But we kind of just passed yours back and forth whenever we were, and we were working on your town.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, even just in like simple little pleasures like that, it was fun. Wild World was a pretty damn good introduction to the series as a whole.
It's kind of weird because when I'm hearing about other people talking about building up their houses and paying off their debt, I never even cared about my house.
No, yeah. Like,
I just had like probably the second or third like tier house.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was you had enough room to sort of chuck your crap in there.
Yeah. It was sort of the least of your worries when you thought about it.
I just liked fishing and talking to people. I had a my favourite villager was a little squirrel called Filbert.
Yep.
I love Filbert. He was so cool. We're like best friends and we like go fishing together. Oh, I love that little squirrel.
Oh, I love Filbert.
And when I was playing the 3DS version, I was just waiting for like, come on, Filbert, come back to me, baby.
I want you to come back, Filbert. You were my best friend for life.
Oh, he was my best friend. I miss Filbert.
Oh, well, you'll have to farm for him again.
Farm for Filbert.
Farm for Filbert.
Grind that XP for Filbert to move back. Yeah.
Good old Filbert.
Yeah, good old Filbert. So
in the micro stack we've got ahead of us, on the little desk here, I see a game that I actually really enjoyed. Star Fox Command.
Mm-hmm. You enjoyed it, did you?
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I didn't see this game. I got secondhand from EB Games. So I think I got it for like $10 or something. I played it a fair bit before then. I didn't really enjoy it that much. Really,
it was one of those games that has like a really big branching story.
Yeah,
which is cool. I really enjoyed it. It was kind of difficult for a Star Fox game, almost. Especially as a kid, I don't know what it was, but like I reckon I had less of a hard time in Lilac Wars than I did Star Fox Command. But the fact that you had so many options, so many branching options for story, which is something that's pretty common in Star Fox in general.
Yeah.
But there was just so many characters, sort of stories you could follow, and it was good. It kind of just added more meat and flesh to the characters in general. I really like. I spent a ton of time going through a bunch of them. I never quite got through all of them though. But I still remember. I think there was an ending with like foxes or something, where he stuffs something up and pushes Crystal away or something, and then he ends up like becoming this like beat up friggin' shunned upon pilot that nobody wants to hire anymore, and it was like really depressing.
How many endings did it have? It had a lot.
Oh, it had tons.
Yeah,
like there was so many.
Don't know if it says on the back of the box here.
Like there was one with like Falco that like he went on to make his own team, I'm pretty sure, and then there was one with Crystal where she joined a different team and went with them instead, and but then there was a whole range of things,
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really enjoy it, but I've got it just because it's like, yeah, cool. I didn't really. The main thing I didn't enjoy was just the controls.
Oh, yeah. That's the same with most people's gripes with every 3DS game. 3DS, DS.
Yeah, because it went through a phase there. It's like, oh, we have to use the touchscreen because it's a new in thing.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
pretty much. Yeah.
Next thing, I've got the Game & Watch Collection 1 and 2.
Mhm.
So these were Club Nintendo exclusives.
They were. I still have my shrink-wrapped Game Collection 1.
Yeah, so you've just got it's just full of Game & Watch games, and I haven't actually played it because it's still in wrap. Because I'm like, well, it's a collectible. I'll keep it.
Yeah, that's it. Mine's mine's in the same way. In fact, I'm pretty sure my Ocarina of Time thing that I got from EB Games is still in the shrink wrap because I'm like, ooh, I'll just keep it. Like those little things that I can just, I don't know, play on an emulator or something like that. I've still got them. It's just I'd rather not unwrap them if they're collectible.
Yeah,
so
I'm the same way.
I'll just leave it. And plus, Game & Watch is something I've had in my past. It's not exactly something that, you know, I used to have a Game & Watch sitting around the place.
Did you? Which one did you have?
I can't actually remember. I just remember it was basically the size of a GBA Micro.
Yeah.
Like, inflated, but the same shape, sort of thing.
See, I never had one.
I know that a friend of mine, Darren, has oil spill.
Oh yeah,
somewhere. Yeah. But yeah.
Did the Donkey Kong one, the 2 screens, ever come out here?
I think it did. And oil spill was 2 screens as well. I'm pretty sure.
Was it? Oh, cool.
Yeah. Darren's got one sitting around somewhere, but I had one somewhere, but I did not know its value as a kid at all, obviously. So I was just kind of like, oh well, buy Game & Watch.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate.
Next game I want to talk about is New Super Mario Bros.
Yeah,
not 1, not 2, not Wii. Well, it is 1, but it's just New Super Mario Bros. The original on DS. I remember when this got announced, or when it came out, or whatever. It was really interesting that they were going back to 2D games, because before this, 2D games were like a big no-no for Nintendo.
Yeah.
Since the 64 came out, it was pretty much, if you're doing a 2D game, it's like disgusting.
No, this game was fantastic though.
Especially since it brought like the 3D Mario mechanics into 2D. So it had triple jump, your wall jump, and the Mega Mushroom was really cool too. Yeah, but you could like be huge.
See, this game came out at a time where it was like, oh, you know, this could be interesting, and surprisingly enough, yes, it was. It's absolutely interesting, but the thing is like nowadays, it's overshadowed by all the quote unquote sequels it got on following systems that were kind of just shoveled out.
Yeah,
for wear, and then it's just like, well, yeah. But looking back on this one, I had so much fun with it. But that's because it was unique. Like,
yeah, especially this one. It had like the multiplayer, like download play, so you could do capture the stars. That was heaps of fun. Had all the mini games on it from the Mario 64 remake. Yeah, as well. Yeah. No, it's really good.
No, it was. Yeah, absolutely was. It's just yeah. It's sad that it pretty much brought on the Mario apocalypse of just 2D games that were shoveled out. You know, for the Wii,
especially
or
like this
the
game.
Wii U,
this game was always like comfort food for me.
Yeah,
I remember waiting for. I can't remember what I was waiting for, but I was really keen for a game to come out, and so what I'll do is I'll just like replay this game because it's really easy. This game is really.
Oh yeah, it's simple.
It's stupid easy, but it's just nice, easy.
It's just dumb Mario fun.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think there's only 6 worlds in this.
Yeah, something.
I think
like
maybe
that,
with two secret worlds to get to. Yeah. Awesome game.
Oh yeah.
Yoshi's Island DS.
Ooh. Now this was a big one for me, personally, because I really enjoyed the first one, and I considered it probably one of my favorite Mario games in general.
Yep.
And just hearing like all the little things, like, you know, you get different babies with different abilities and stuff like that, and I was really keen and interested to play it, and I did. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Great sequel to what was a fantastic game. I know that some people would argue differently, I guess, but
how do you feel about the different babies? So instead of just having Baby Mario, you've got Baby Wario, Baby Peach, Baby Donkey Kong, and Baby Bowser.
No, I thought it was good.
You thought it was good?
Yeah, I mean, it added more level variety when you think about it. You know, obviously you got like just by looking at the cover, you can pretty much tell what everyone does.
Yeah. Well,
You know.
Baby Wario is like, wow, wow, wow. It's like, you thought Baby Mario was
Yeah, you thought
bad
it was
enough.
bad. But then you think like you got Baby Donkey Kong swings on vines. You've got the parasol from Baby Peach.
Yeah.
To utilize, and you know, I don't know. I thought it was. I personally thought it was a great sequel. It's just unfortunate that like a lot of people just. There were a fair few people that were just like, yeah. I prefer the old one. I don't know. I think they stand together as both fantastic games at least.
Yeah.
I don't prefer one over the other. I can't really.
I probably prefer the original still, but I really like the DS one.
Yeah, DS one's good.
Got Clubhouse Games.
Yeah, this is something we played a little bit of.
So this is basically like a compilation of like different gambling games. So we got like poker and card games and all that. You've also got chess, checkers, and I really enjoyed it. But how I got this was I traded in Mario and Luigi Partners in Time and Need for Speed Underground 2 on DS. So Need for Speed Underground 2, that was shocking. That was bad, a bad game. Mario and Luigi, I traded that in because I finished it, and there's not too much you can do apart from just replaying that game. But looking back on it now, when I'm actually collecting DS games, I'm like, God damn it!
I regret that. Yeah,
I really regret that.
Yeah,
but this game was good fun.
Yeah, it was good to just mess around on. Yeah,
like these days, you get this on your phone pretty easy. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just unfortunate you got rid of Partners in Time for it.
Yeah. $15 I got for it.
Oh, that's a shot to the heart.
Yeah, I'll buy it back for $15 like that. $15. What's $15?
Nothing.
I guess a chicken schnitzel. I don't know. We talked plenty about Metroid Prime Hunters.
Yeah, we already have. Yeah,
last episode.
Love my Metroid.
Nintendogs.
A
huge game for the DS.
It was a huge game for the DS. Not sure why, but it was.
Did you get into Nintendogs?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. I'm just not sure how it took off that hard. Like, it's kind of what you expect, but it was kind of like a reason for parents to go, here's a video game instead of an actual dog.
And I think it took off because it's just like back then when the DS was what it was. It's the only thing with a touchscreen, only thing.
Yeah.
So it's 100% unique rather than what you're seeing on, I don't know, PlayStation. You wouldn't see anything.
I guess
you had the iToy and like stuff like that too, but
yeah. I
think this was just really cool.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying I didn't enjoy my time with it. I just found it really strange how much. But the thing that did was kind of annoying, honestly, was that it had like Pokemon-esque versions.
Yeah, 3 versions. Then they brought out a 4th version, which I forgot. Well, they had
Lab.
I've got Dachshund. There's Chihuahua and Labrador.
Yeah.
They brought out they did bring out a 4th version, which I cannot remember.
Like that's 4 versions for what is essentially very much the same game.
Well, what it was is you start off with different breeds of dogs, but you can unlock all the breeds of dogs in all the versions. Just you start off with a different set.
Yeah, but you also get don't you also get different items and stuff? I thought you did.
I think you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually.
And then you have to street pass.
It pretty much was Street Pass.
Pretty much was Street Pass with other people to, collect different items in your game that you could put on your dog. You're like, yay, my dog's got a hat.
It is funny that like the walking mechanic. So you take your dogs for walks, you get items, and the more you train your dog, the further it can walk, the better items you get. So there is like a bit of a actual game there.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, it's not just a Tamagotchi. Like there is some sort of element to it. Training. I had a dog. I had a Dachshund in my version called Jessie.
Yeah,
and she's fucking good.
She's a good dog.
A good dog. Yeah, that dog carried me that entire game, and then I decided to restart for whatever reason. It was the biggest regret of my life, and never played it again.
My favourite memory was unlocking the Jack Russell care book. So basically there's a really, really rare item in the game called the Jack Russell care book that unlocked the Jack Russell breed.
Yeah.
The Jack Russell breed was like the ultimate unlock in the game. Mm-hmm. And and Jack Russells are my favourite animal of all time. I love Jack Russell. Had a Jack Russell since I've been
a little lad.
a little lad. Yeah. And yeah, so then we do the Street Pass equivalent of where you're trading around this Jack Russell care book to unlocking all the Jack Russells, and everyone got a Jack Russell, and
It was like, yay!
loved it. Patting my little fake Jack Russell on my DS instead of my real one.
Yeah, the one that's out in the yard. And it's just like, Drew, love me.
Love me.
Love me, Dad.
Did you play much brain training?
It's not really. I touched on it, but you know, apart from that, it's about what you expect from, you know, even just playing WarioWare and you get a brain training mini game. It's pretty much the same.
This is another one of the DS games that was just like exploded.
Yeah, for some reason. Yeah,
it's just put the DS into hands of non-gamers.
It
essentially.
did. Yeah. It's just people that wanted to, you know, keep their mind occupied, I guess. Yeah, which is good. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, I had fun with it for what it is. Like you put it on once a day, do 1 + 1 + 3. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
and you click through it and it gets harder and faster. And
now you're like, my mind is active.
yeah. Scribblenauts, did you play much of that?
Oh god, Scribblenauts. No, not really. I don't. There was heaps of people that were into it. Didn't understand the hype at all. I don't know.
It's a unique idea, but you can write anything, and anything can come up, and they've got so many scenarios.
No, you got a ton of scenarios in a way you could finish a puzzle. But if you're creative about a lot of games, there's probably a lot of way you could finish puzzles in a lot of games. It's just, I don't know.
Especially this one, because you're like cow, when you're like, especially in later versions where it's like fat cow, when a fat cow appears, that's really...
Oh, it's good. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, it is what it is. It is a very expansive game, and a lot of people got into it. I don't know. I could not myself. It just made no sense to me as to why it was so popular. I just remember it's like, oh, I got on there. I'm like, I'll draw a poo and put it on someone's head, and then it's like, yay,
draw a poo from The Simpsons.
Yeah, draw a poo, put it on someone's head.
I want to talk about meteors for just a second.
Meteors,
yeah, not meteors.
Yeah,
meteors. They're from space. They're pretty cool. Now Meteos, it's like a puzzle game. I can't remember if it was a match tree. Similar anyway. It's like one of the first puzzle games that took off on the DS.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say so. Yeah,
and I never really thought about it until I got it for free. I got it from the Connection Tour for answering a question right or something.
Yeah,
something like that. I really wanted WarioWare instead of this, but
no more.
That's good fun. It's got like different types and that, so there's weaknesses and
yeah.
I haven't played it in God knows how long.
Gotcha. Yeah,
yeah.
I just remember you getting it. You're like, oh, I really wanted Wario, and then you're like, actually, this is kind of fun.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good.
I don't get too much of a complaint.
Rhythm Heaven. You ever play Rhythm Heaven?
No, I didn't.
So this is made by the WarioWare team.
Yeah,
at Nintendo.
That's
so
what I'd heard.
It's got a lot of the sort of weird goofiness about it.
Yep.
It's not as goofy, obviously, but yeah, good fun. Sort of not quite micro games, but not quite mini games, but in between there, I would say.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah, so you're going for high scores, trying to tap and swipe and all that to rhythm.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, that's good fun. Oh, Mario Kart DS.
That's a big bang.
Big bang. This is my favorite DS game.
Yeah,
I think.
Oh, I think it was a lot of people's, to be honest.
Yeah.
The thing is like Mario Kart DS was, well, pretty much the revolution for the game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And they had mechanics in it, and stuff that I just want to see come back. I don't know, like I thought snaking was great.
No, I don't know.
A lot of people don't like it, but I did.
No, I love snaking in this game.
Yeah,
but I don't think they should bring it back.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it takes away like in Mario Kart 8, you can be good at Mario Kart, but snaking just puts you like it takes away from the items and what makes Mario Kart, I think. But don't get me wrong, I love snaking.
Just means you have to get good.
Get good. Fucking it's Mario Kart.
And you have to learn.
Don't give me that Dark Souls get good shit here.
and you have to learn to adjust. That's just how it is.
I did.
Exactly. You did. Don't give everybody else the slack because they didn't want to learn.
No, but I, like for example, I find Mario Kart 8 more fun now. Just learning shortcuts, doing smart drifts around corners, more fun than just flat out like power sliding.
Well, I mean, there's more option for it now. Like, that was still when Mario Kart was sort of bare bones. You know? Doesn't seem like it much now, but when you consider, like, Mario Kart 8, you got the glider and stuff like that you can manipulate.
Yeah, you got glider tricks.
Yeah. That you can all manipulate for that type of thing. It's, you know, it's completely different Mario Kart to what that is. Yeah. And, but still, I really enjoyed it, and I thought, like, some of the neatest things in the game were just, you know, getting in, playing with your friends like it is with Mario Kart nowadays. But you know, they also had the emblem editor.
Oh,
and there were websites up that
forgot about the emblem editor
that had like some, you know, good stencils to follow and shit.
Yeah, I had like such a good looking Yoshi egg. Like I had like the awesome shadow and everything. Looked like real pixel art. Yeah,
looked damn cool. But I think it's pretty obvious why they got rid of that in future iterations.
Yeah, just drawing dicks and
it just sucks though, because it was a fantastic little tidbit that I think a lot of us spent time on. I personally wanted to make a really cool emblem, and I did. So
yeah, because until Mario Kart 8 came on, I think this was easily by far the best Mario Kart. Just like Mario Kart 7, like that game was so rushed they didn't even have a verse mode in that game. Yeah, so you couldn't even just go do a quick race. Yeah, that is ridiculous. I was just flabbergasted when that
quick squeeze the Mario Kart out.
But this one, do you remember the mission modes?
Yeah.
It's like that. Why hasn't that ever come back?
No, I don't know.
It's basically single player for Mario Kart, and it never come back.
It's I don't know. Like the thing is nowadays I spent how many hours on that one?
Yeah, I've got no idea.
I've like a dumb amount is the safest answer, right? But you've got Mario Kart nowadays, and I'm just like, this is fun, but now I'm going to put it down and forget about it for a little while.
I know. I'm not like that.
I know you're not like that, but I'm personally like, well, you know, sometimes I just want to play some dumb shit on Mario Kart, but it's not. There's not really that anymore, unless it's like, hey, you want to jump online, do some matches, or.
And this one still does have the best battle mode.
It does.
Eight players. Yeah. No, what kills Mario Kart now is just the time limit.
Yeah,
I assume they've implemented the time limit just for when it's online. It doesn't go forever, which is fair enough.
But you should be able to remove it when you're offline.
Yeah, this game eight players, not the 64 version where it's like limited to 4. Yeah, like actual real people. This one you can have 8 people playing at the same time.
Block fort.
And you've got block fort.
Block fort.
Oh, gotta love this game.
Yay.
I remember like heaps of rumors on the internet, like, oh, if you finish all the Grand Prix 3 stars with this car, you get unlock Baby Mario or whatever. And I actually tried it and I did it. I'm like, oh, no, that wasn't accurate.
That was a lie. Oh well, what was the mystery of those things, really?
Yeah. All right, here's a banger, bros. The Simpsons game for DS.
Never played it.
Didn't you? I actually had fun with it. It was just like a really whatever 2D platformer on the DS.
It's just a shame I see the devil's symbol on it. So
EA. Yeah.
Fucking EA. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw it played on Xbox and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, it was completely different. It was
Yeah. Mystery Dungeon games.
Oh, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. We talked heaps about Pokemon last episode on the DS, but we didn't really touch on the
we said
spin-off games.
We did say something about spin-offs, but we didn't really go into them, no. Mystery Dungeon was one of my favourite games.
It's my favourite Pokemon spin-off.
Yeah,
I think,
absolutely, yeah.
Especially, like, at the moment I'm holding Mystery Dungeon and Blue Rescue Team, which is the first Mystery Dungeon on the DS, but this one was good, but the second one was awesome.
Oh yeah,
what was it called? Explorers of Time and Explorers of Darkness. There was 2 versions.
There was the third as well, Explorers of something, I think.
And I've got that somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. But it's they had one shaky iteration as it like up until nowadays. They've only had one shaky iteration, which was
the one on 3DS.
Yeah, the first one on 3DS.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called.
Which apparently people enjoy. These games, if you look at reviews for them, they'll be getting probably 5, 6s.
Mm.
And when like me playing them, I'm like, holy crap, these games are actually.
Yeah, the reviews don't really do them justice.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know.
It's a really different way to play Pokemon, and it adds a little bit of extra strategy to it.
Maybe the reviewer just doesn't appreciate the repetitiveness of the dungeons. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
even then, they're shifting dungeons. Like,
yeah,
no one floor is ever the same. They always change. The only time a floor is ever the same is if they're restrooms.
Because Explorers of Time and Darkness. 2 separate games, whatever. But that story was so good. And just going into spoilers for that game, if anyone cares, like that twist.
Oh yeah,
was fantastic.
Yeah, was fantastic.
It was
just about everything about that game was fantastic.
I don't think I ever beat the last boss though. I could not beat it.
I really want to go back to it. Because the actual end game of that game is pretty expansive.
Yeah, there's like all the legendaries and
yeah, I remember getting Palkia. I think that's the only thing I did.
Can you swap your character afterwards as well?
Yeah, after you finish the story, you can swap your main poke.
Yeah, so you can just be Palkia.
Yeah, just walk around everyone. Doesn't generally work out for people though, because there's 2 dungeons in those games where and I think they had the same mechanic for the first one as well with the Mew. But there's two dungeons in that game where they force you to start at level 1, and then you have to climb levels as you climb up the floors, and that's in order to get Mew and Celebi.
Yeah, 2
different dungeons. Yeah, it's kind of like the hard mode of the thing.
Yeah,
you just have to make sure that you don't move inappropriately or whatever, and you try to watch out for traps and.
One thing that turned me off the 3DS games was just the fact that the pixel art on the DS games were really nice. I feel like the move to 3D kind of made it look not as great.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know if you feel the same about that or.
Yeah. I think it was something that probably translated better into the 2D-ish way it was on the DS.
I do miss Pokemon being like pixel art. I do miss that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure on Switch it's going to look phenomenal. Like when they eventually get around to it, but yeah,
absolutely, yeah. I don't know. It was definitely one of my favorites anyway.
Yeah. Man. Just when it comes to Pokemon, I was like, oh,
Pokemon's such a discussion point.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We better not talk about Pokemon too much this episode.
No, we won't. I'm just saying, like, it's really hard to not.
Yeah,
it's definitely one of the stronger things in Nintendo's arsenal, especially when it comes to portable games. So you can hardly ever bring out the DS and not talk about it, you know.
Yeah. Just before we go on to our next game, I want to read out one from the community. So we've got Eric from Nintendo by Numbers. He said his favourite DS games are Final Fantasy Tactics A2 or Mega Man Battle Network. He said, it's impossible to choose just one, but I'll offer 2 games for discussion.
Right.
They both have interesting worlds, fun strategic battles. Oh, my thing's gone. There we go. Fun battles, battle systems, and compelling narratives. Plus, they are 2 series in dire of a return.
Yeah, FFT is a fan favorite. Everybody loves Final Fantasy Tactics.
Did you play that one?
Not the DS one, no. I only played a little bit of War of Lions, and
I heard after War of Lions on the PlayStation 1, it went downhill from there. But
oh yeah, War of Lions is the most popular one in the series.
Yeah,
without question. Without question.
I hear nothing but good things about that.
But the thing is everybody loves the Final Fantasy Tactics formula. They really love it. So it's kind of like in that hellhole between we need to do something with this series and we're not doing any better with this series, so we're not making any more. It's really a shame. I know for a fact that Battle Network has a pretty decent fan base. Mega Man Battle Network. Those games were really cool. Like you've got your traditional Mega Man games, you know, jump and shoot, talk to Zero, talk to Light.
Yeah.
beat Wily, do all that shit.
I never played any spin-off Mega Man games. I've only played like...
So you've never played Battle Network?
No.
I actually think you'd probably enjoy Battle Network.
I think I would too, yeah.
Battle Network is like more or less an RPG.
Yeah.
It's not, yeah.
I've seen them played, I just haven't, haven't played them.
It's centric around the anime, pretty much. There's an anime for Battle Network. I'm not sure whether the anime is based from the game or the game is based from the anime, but they feature the same characters, do the same things, whatever. Just the way it's set up is pretty good. Like having Mega Man collecting the chips and having all those chips doing different things kind of acts like a card deck almost.
Yeah.
Which, is better executed than some other games I can talk about with a card-based combat system, like Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, like that was pretty much the worst version of what I could think of. I can't stand it. Trying to play the remaster version is a hellhole. Well, the remake, I should say, or whatever it is for the collection on PS4. But Mega Man does it right. It gives you three lanes to swap in. Enemies can be at any points in those lanes. They've got AoE attacks and stuff like that. You're going to move around. There was like chip combo systems where like chips would have 4 stages, and if you had them all in your deck, I suppose you would call it.
Yeah. And
then you like went up the chain. Eventually, you'd be able to have that on Mega Man, like that top tier 4 sword or whatever that does a shit ton of damage. It was a lot of fun just like mixing around with chips, starter chips, and all that, just to find what combo works for you best. And overall, like the RPG elements of the game were fantastic, and the story was pretty forefront. It took the handle rather than in Mega Man games where it's kind of like Mega Man. Run and jump, run and shoot, and all that stuff, and then you get to an end of a level, and it's just like, oh no, Zero shot a poppy.
Oh god.
And then you have to move on.
Yeah.
And the RPG elements in that game really gave more of a life to Mega Man, I guess. But all the Mega Mans are different, and they all represent different things, and just so happens that this one was based on basically a computer game where they fight viruses, essentially. But Battle Network is great, and I agree. I thought it was fantastic. I thought they were fantastic games that probably need sequels.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing them eventually.
Yeah.
Pick them up eventually, chuck them in my collection.
They're things you can go back to, I think. Like they're pretty unique in their own little experience.
Yeah, they're not 3D, so it's not like ugh.
Yeah,
like some DS games were.
Yeah.
Spectrobes, that was a big cringe. Do you remember Spectrobes?
I do remember Spectrobes.
It was meant to be the Pokemon killer by Disney.
Yeah, and they had a really familiar looking main character, and they made a sequel to Spectrobes that never took off.
So it was pretty cool that you could go. I didn't really play it much myself, but you can you pretty much dig up fossils, bring them to life, and they're your monsters you fight with.
Yeah.
And it was all 3D. Basically, it kind of looks like what Pokemon looks like now. Really, didn't it? Like from a top-down perspective of like the 3D models.
Yeah. Does, yeah.
And that was the game which sort of brought up the discussion. Like, why isn't Pokemon 3D?
Yeah.
But it's good Pokemon didn't go 3D on the DS, because that would have been
it's
pretty gross.
Probably a good idea it didn't go 3D. Now look how much content they've taken out of the game to substitute for it.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway.
Yeah, this
not going to go there.
We've got Paul from player2.net.au. He just goes, Okamiden. I love this game as well, dude. It's kind of a shame because it came out March 2011. So that was like literally the 3DS was coming out that month. I think it was literally a week or two away.
Yeah, right.
So a lot of people just went,
I thought it looked good.
It's awesome. It's like,
but all my money went into the 3DS.
Yeah, well, that's what lots of people did.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm buying the 3DS. It's got Street Fighter 4 and Pilot Wings on it. Can't wait. I'm not going to play this awesome bloody sequel to Okami, one of the...
Yeah, but I never played Okami either.
You don't really need to. Just basically... basically Adamitsu has a child now that she's gone. She has a child, and it's going on an adventure of its own.
Okay.
And it suited the DS really well, obviously, because on the PS2 and the Wii, you would use your sticks or your Wiimote to do the symbols, to do your signature moves.
Right.
But on the DS, just get the stylus out. It's way easier.
Yeah, the original Okami got a re-release recently too.
I bought it, but don't have the internet yet, so I haven't downloaded it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that'll do it for you.
That's one of the games of Okami. That's one of the games I've rebought the most, I think. I bought it 3 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
PS3, Wii, and now PS4.
No, shit.
Love
Now
it.
you have to buy it on PC as well, so it's a set too.
I really want it on Switch. That's what I really want it on. I tried to...
Well,
I want everything on Switch, to be fair, but...
without prodding too much into it, you saw the news today that Celeste sold best on the Switch.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't surprise me at all. But like when you look into comments and stuff like that at the comment section, they're just like, I'm really not surprised. Like I'm in a group of friends that like play constant Call of Duty, Battlefield, etc. Rah, rah, rah. And they're like, but they also own a Switch, and they prefer to buy that kind of stuff on the Switch because they can play it wherever.
Yeah, we'll dig more into this next week. We won't go off topic.
I don't know. It's just like, I suppose I'm just bringing up how we want all this shit on Switch would probably be a good idea. But all right, yeah. Anyway, go.
Okami then, love it. I agree with you, Paul. Fantastic game.
Yeah.
I've got Golden Sun here. I never actually played Golden Sun.
I haven't either.
I got it because I wanted to play it. I got it probably 2 years ago or something. They had it in a secondhand store. I'm like, okay, $30. Thank you very much. But haven't actually played it yet. I hear it's not as good as the Game Boy Advance versions of the series.
Yeah, that's where everybody gets their kicks from, is the GBA
That's
versions.
when it first came out, I guess. And
yeah, exactly, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, Explorers of Sky.
Did you play many Kirby games on the DS?
Which one did I play? Was it Mouse Attack?
Oh, yes. Oh, Squeak Squad.
Squeak Squad.
Mouse Attack.
Well, it had 2 different names, right?
Oh, yeah, in Japan.
Yeah.
Even America, was it?
In America as well. Yeah, it's Squeak Squad and something else.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. Like, the thing is with Kirby games is they're kind of just like, and I'm pretty sure we said it before, is they're kind of like that little throwaway thing. They're perfect for handheld consoles, though. I think they're great for handheld consoles. I was addicted to Kirby's Adventure when I was like 5 on the, GBP. But, since then it's kind of just like, if I feel like a Kirby game, I'll pick one up every now and then. But in saying that, you'll never beat Kirby's Dream Pack, ever.
No.
Kirby's Dream Pack is just everything you'd want for a Kirby game. So it's really hard to beat.
Yeah. All right, we have another suggestion.
11D says, another code, Hotel Dusk, Last Window, Geometry Wars Galaxies, and Tetris DS.
Oh, that last one?
Yeah, Tetris DS was fantastic.
Yeah, that last one's one that really stands out for me. I didn't play the other games. I heard lots of good things about them, but just when I was younger, I didn't really care about that type of
also,
gameplay.
11D, I got that wrong. My bad. I went dyslexic for a second.
But Tetris DS, that's...
Tetris DS is fantastic.
That's my favourite iteration of Tetris.
It is, yeah.
Just it's so colourful. It's got all the Nintendo themes, all the music, all the 8-bit. Oh.
Yeah, it felt so good to play. Like, I didn't think I'd enjoy it as much as I would, but it was so good.
I don't actually have a physical copy of it myself. Mm-hmm. I've been looking for it, but I don't think they made many of them.
No, I don't think so either.
No.
I remember seeing them on shelves and I was like, why nobody's buying it?
Yeah, because it's just Tetris, I guess.
It's just Tetris again.
For $60.
And at that time, we were getting smartphones with it. So.
Yeah. Well, you got it on your iPod Touch. It's like, oh, why do I want this one?
Yeah, I got Tetris. I got Tetris for 99 cents. Made by some guy in China. Yay. And then you play the DS Tetris and you're like, oh my god, just about everything about this iteration of Tetris is fantastic.
Yeah.
It was really hard to beat that version in general. Sucks, really. Needed more attention. They could make sequels with better music.
Nintendo, buy the license again.
Nintendo.
We got Jamie. He says, one of the best DS games I've ever played was The World Ends With You. Amazing JRPG with a great story, music, and a unique battle system. I think it was quite overlooked at the time, so I'm very happy it's coming to Switch so more people can enjoy this awesome game.
Yeah. I never ended up playing it.
I did play it. Played like probably 3 hours. I sat down and just played 3 hours. I never played it again.
Yeah. See, I'm a pretty avid Kingdom Hearts fan in the sense that I'll play every iteration of that game at least a little bit. Well, those games. And it became... The World Ends With You became such a big prominent point in the 3DS game.
Yeah.
Which, you know, and I'm like getting introduced to all these characters. I'm like, I don't even know you. Who are you? I know you're from The World Ends With You, but I know nothing about you. So it's good. You're absolutely right. It's good. You're good. It's coming to. You're right that it's good. It's coming to Switch. It looks so damn pretty on it too. Like just from the trailer gameplay. I'm so keen to see.
I hope they add a bit to it.
Yeah, that'd be
because
nice.
Because it has been or is on iPhone and iPad.
It is. Yeah.
So them moving it to Switch, I don't think is necessarily that much work. They've already sort of done it in some ways. They've just got to add physical controls, I assume.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're putting in Joy-Con controls and.
So I hope it's not a full price game.
I'm hoping. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
It will be. I know it will be. There's no point.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. You know, I would like it to be $30 as well.
It won't be 30.
But it won't be 30.
I'm not expecting it to be 30 either. Just not 80.
Yeah, I guess so. It's on the iOS store, cheap enough, I guess. But oh well. Because
I think it's about 25, 30 on the App Store.
Yep.
Which is an expensive app or iPhone game, but
I don't know.
Man, it's a very good choice. That's a.
Well, look, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it because I haven't played it.
Yeah.
I kept being told to play it all the time, and I have friends that consider it their favourite game. But
it is interesting because it used the dual screens so much just for that battle system they had. I don't know how they reworked it for just the one screen on iPod.
Yeah, I haven't played it on the iOS devices either. So I don't know. I'm keen for it to come out on Switch so I can play it fresh and not have anything on my mind of playing the older one, I guess.
Yeah. Just
because I want to experience the game in its best form, I guess. So,
yeah, a lot bigger, prettier.
Yeah, I'll wait for this one and I'll see what the pricing's like. If the pricing's not any good, I'll probably just wait a little bit longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's kind of the bane of a couple games that come out as re-releases. You don't want to pay full price for that. Yeah. Any more questions there?
No, that was all.
All right.
That was all.
Well, questions. Answers, I should say. Yeah.
Suggestions
to improve our show.
For good games.
Yeah. No, we love getting responses and we love reading through them, guys. So if we ever have a question, don't be afraid to answer. And
actually, Jamie did have another suggestion in the Discord chat.
Oh, that's right.
So
we did read that.
Yeah. So he said, "World Ends With You" on Twitter, and he goes, let me just pull it up. He said, "I was lucky enough to receive from Nintendo Australia a copy of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and it quickly became a series that I absolutely adored. Enjoy the storytelling and some of the obscurity that occurs in the series. The characters are great in that they can either be hilarious or really relatable."
I think Ace Attorney is one of those series that just catches everyone, though. Like, I've never played through a full game of Ace Attorney, of Phoenix Wright myself.
Yeah, I've just dabbled in it as well.
I've just dabbled in it, but I can see just by playing it where people would get their kicks from it.
Yeah.
You know, everybody knows Phoenix Wright. Everybody knows him as a character. If you haven't seen him in one of his own games, you've seen him in Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
That was great.
Throwing papers at people. Objection, yeah. Yeah. Like, it is something I need to sit down and play, but I'm pretty sure the games have also been out on iOS for years as well. They would have had no.
Not years, but I think
I remember them being played in high school on an iPod.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because recently, I think I forgot if it was Phoenix Wright or I think it was Phoenix Wright. But it came out on iOS and 3DS, but the iOS version came out first.
Yeah, that'd be why then.
So it's like slowly moving over.
I was still in high school when the 3DS came out, so yeah. But I do need to dabble in it myself, just as much as I need to dabble in Professor Layton, but I keep forgetting to do that too.
Yeah, it's funny. I just said, oh well, obviously their promotion, because he went on to say that he's bought every game in the series. I'm like, well, their promotion worked. He's like, definitely did.
Oh well.
I still feel like there's a million DS games to go over, but we'll leave it there. I think for today.
I think so. Yeah.
I've got a pile here. I swear I've got more than this.
Yeah, you probably do.
I've still got
in a box somewhere.
I've still got boxes to unpack. I'll just sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll talk about. We're going to have plenty of time to talk about the DS anyway.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
I just think there was a stack of games there that we couldn't really ignore. There was a whole bunch there that we just.
Yeah.
Wanted to push through. There was only one more game I had in my head, which I'll just drop it here. A Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days.
Yeah.
I actually really love that game. It's probably my favorite Kingdom Hearts game.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's I thought it was fantastic.
Holy.
Like Kingdom. The thing is, Kingdom Hearts 2 is by far almost everyone's favorite. Like, it's really hard to love Kingdom Hearts 1 over it because it was way clunkier and wasn't as pretty and all that. But 358 over 2 had one of the most interesting keyblade mechanics in the game, which was statting your own keyblades and equipping them to whatever the hell you want. You could equip them with stuff like aerial combo extenders, so you could hit hit a Heartless up in the air, hit it 14 times before it even gets to touch the ground.
Just remind me, was this game was 3D, wasn't it? This game was 3D, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember you playing the hell out of this all the time, yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was really creative, what they did with the combat system, and I had a bunch of fun with it. I spent so much time just building a Keyblade that I was super satisfied with.
Isn't that crazy for that series is only up to 2 main games, but it's got so many spin-offs?
Yeah, over so many platforms. But see, that's the thing, that's the meme. So everybody's just like, don't be invested in Kingdom Hearts, because if you do that, you're going to have to own a lot of shit to get the whole thing.
DS, 3DS.
It's not too bad now with the collections on PS4 though.
True, yeah.
The issue, there is one glaring issue with that series at the moment, where it's like they've put a mobile game into the fray. They've done that before, but this one's pretty pay to win. So
is it? Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
It's a gacha game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it was that was definitely one of my favorite DS games. I really enjoyed that game. And that was probably the last one I could think of on this moment. Yeah, because like in this nice stack you have here, you have a lot of games that we all played.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And you have a bit beyond that. Like I can't tell you who I think has a bigger collection, like in my local area, than that.
I don't know.
There's probably someone.
There definitely will be. Yeah,
there definitely would be someone. I can't think of anyone else. And most of those games I would have played either whether it was by your recommendation or whether we were both excited for it. So yeah. But yeah. I think that's probably a good place to end it.
Yep, just rubbing your head against the microphone.
I'm just checking the time.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening to this episode. You can find us on Twitter. I'm at iDruby and Bryce is at Bryce DeWitt. And you can find the show at The House of Mario. And if you want to be a part of the show, we ask weekly questions in our Discord community each week.
We'll probably dish them out on Twitter too.
Yeah, and they'll be on Twitter as well. And we'll leave the link to all of those in the show notes.
Yep.
And Bryce, we've got a Nintendo Jukebox this week. And what is it?
It is.
It's Poker
It
John.
is Poker John
Yes.
doing the poker app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If not into heavy metal, don't listen.
And before we go, just make sure that if you're checking us out, whether it be on SoundCloud or iTunes or even 8bit.net, to give a look around to a bunch of different podcasts that we're also attached to.
Yes.
Special mentions to podcasts like Nintendo by Numbers or Putting in Work by John O'Peck if you're, really into checking out some new stuff.
Yep.
And yeah, I kind of just want to show some love today.
I want to be the best that ever was. To be yours, yeah, that's my cause. Let's go! Get some, gotta get some more Pokemon! Obstacles the land, look far and wide. Release from my head the power that's inside. Get a bad boy, wait, get her in a cold zone. Let me start crying, bird, picture metal ball friends. Little kid, far past that run, chilling ball. King Lord, wire, play ball, look at them. Get some, gotta get some more. Gotta get some more Pokemon! Still about breath, baby, health. Honest, children, rapid dash, making thoughts all out. King Lord, take a rock.